Afternoon, guys. Let's see, day 6. Make sure I'm on the right day here. Obviously, full pads. Physical day. We really went full pads yesterday. Kind of backed off. I didn't talk to you guys yesterday. We kind of backed off a little bit from the physicality, more of our throw game. Worked 2-minute situations. Okay, 2-minute situation just at the end of practice. Today was short yardage. The ball was in the red zone. Just change the physicality just really from the down and distances. But I thought we had a good day. I thought the offense came back, responded. Probably yesterday was a little more of a defensive day. I thought the offense came back and responded as we start to put more of our offense together. Really just challenged them. The day 6 of camp is tough. It's tough this year. It was tough last year. Thank God we've got this pavilion to get up under and protect them. Had a little bit of cloud cover today, but they're doing well. We've not had any real significant injuries, just some guys with some bumps and bruises, maybe a few strains here and there, but really doing well and really pleased with that. Okay, questions?
Coach,
hey.
You tweeted out yesterday about you had 0 positives after testing 170 something athletes. What does that say about your health protocols, and what does that say about your team as we continue to kind of navigate through college football with so much unknown with the Power 5 conferences?
Yeah, I think first it shows that our protocols are working. And, we've asked these guys to really just mask here, mask away, socially distance, all the things that we're all trying to do, wash our hands. But it was really it was such a big deal for us. And I really felt like we just needed some positive news, some good news. And it was good for our players to get to hear. And obviously, now it's still an ongoing process. We've won right now. We got to win today, win tomorrow. But I think our medical staff's done a great job. It's a constant. I think, every meeting for me, and I know it's like a broken record. I hate to say it. I get tired of saying it. But it's safety, it's mask, it's, you just on and on and on. But that's what we've got to do to get to play this year. So it's really good to get to put some good news out there. And I think it was good, hopefully, for other people, maybe who follow us or don't even follow us, that there are some good things going on.
Hey, Coach Clark, Chris Priest, CBS 42 here. With so many things unknown and the roller coaster of the last 2 days, has the team just been trying to block all that out? And it's so easy to go minute by minute of what people are saying. So what are you telling them about that?
I think for one, we try to block negativity out. And, as I've said, in our little cocoon here, everything's going well for us. And, unfortunately, or, whatever you want to think there, it's just, we're not in that world. They're so social media cognizant. And so it's hard for them to block those things out. I just ask them to block negativity out, control what we can control. Everything we know, we don't know if we got all 12 games, but we've got a good slate of games in there, and all those guys are still playing. And so we're just trying to be as normal as we can.
Coach, with y'all's processes for testing and whatnot, and you see other schools and programs around the country, they've had multiple tests, they've had to suspend workouts. Have other programs reached out to y'all about what y'all have been doing and, maybe trying to get peek in? Because, that's pretty impressive with everything that's going on. You come out saying yesterday 0 positives.
Yeah, I think the thing, and I would just say for us, we are so, and it can be maddening, when you got a guy that's got the sniffles, and we hold him out. And, for me, who is, everybody's held to the same standard and everybody, but I think we've just gone the extra mile to trying to prevent people from being around us. That was a decision I made early on that and our staff made, that just, we're going to be extra cautious with the medical staff so we can keep playing. And, I think it's also the guys have got to do the right things when they leave us. So, yeah, I think we should be, one of the leading schools, not just in our conference, but in the country. We've got world-class medicine here, and, there's a great relationship between me and our docs and our medical community. And and like I said, it's communication between the medical staff, my trainers, my strength coach, our staff, our coaches. I mean, they're so involved in our guys' lives. And it's still hard to do what we're asking them to do, with what's going on out there. But, just try and do everything we can to play and be safe.
Coach, the "we want to play" movement's been so powerful these last 2 days, and I know your tweet had one of the hashtags in there. I think the official UAB account tweeted something as well. What kind of fire, if any, have you seen sort of lit under your own players these last couple days?
It's funny to be in the middle of camp, which is it's hard. I mean, it can be drudgery. You question how much do you love it, in the middle of and granted, these are not 3-a-days like we all used to have to do, but it's still it's long, it's tough, it's hot. And then for guys to really be talking about how much they want to play, that tells you how important it is to them. And, we've got, and I would say probably everywhere, they've got such good medical care for our kids. The tests, the checking them, I read about the heart questions that are out there. And, if we had anybody that is COVID positive or thinks they're COVID positive, they go through a strenuous, multiple cardiac checks. So I just think we're we got so many safety factors that are in place, and it's just good to hear from the kids. Of course you hear from the coaches, but when you hear from the players saying they want to play, it means a lot.
Coach, we talked, I spoke to the AD about 30 minutes ago, and he pretty much said straight out, we're having a season as of right now. Is that kind of the message you've told your guys? Because these players are trying to be empowered, but, the ADs are meeting, and they're the ones that are really hearing everything. Is that kind of the message you're telling them, is we're going to play this year?
Yeah, and that's what they want to know. I mean, I think, every day they can't help. I mean, I'm sure they're going to hear things when they leave me, but hopefully they're starting to hear more and more good things. I mean, obviously there's guys that are maybe choosing not to play, but people that are near us, people that, that are on our schedule, we may lose a game here or there, but there's other people that are out there waiting to play. So that's the message I have for them. Sure is.
With ODU canceling their fall sports yesterday, has the conference reached out to y'all as well as, the other side that of about what y'all might do for scheduling with that game?
There was so much talk of it on the front end. We met literally by Zoom, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, sometimes once a week. And it was, okay, what if X school and the conference can't play? What do you do? And I think the thing that our conference has done a good job is talk about maximum flexibility. And that means, what do we do in those circumstances? I don't know that it's been defined, but there's been a bunch of scenarios where there's teams that are close to you. I think we're going to have to see how the dust settles and how many teams, if it's one team, if it's 2 teams, what does that do for scheduling? Do we try and pick somebody else up within the conference? I think it's kind of let that dust settle first. But it has been discussed way back, May, June, et cetera.
Coach, has it been discussed at all? Never mind. Sorry, never mind.
You guys have anything else for Coach?
Yes. Actually, getting to football, got a loaded roster. Is there been kind of any guys standing out that might be working towards a lot more playing time than they had last year, kind of breaking out of a role player into, maybe a starter or a more viable role player, or any surprises from this kind of loaded roster you guys got?
Well, I think the whole quarterback position, I'm just going to be very general right now, but I think they've all gotten better. I mean, and Bryson has now got into that conversation. So that means now we got 3 quarterbacks with viability. I would say the same thing about running back. Spencer is down 217, 218. So he's 22 pounds, 23 pounds lower than he was. He's in unbelievable shape. And Larry Wooden, Jermaine Brown really have come in good shape. Lucius is not bad. We got other guys as well. Austin Watkins really been looking good. Myron came back in good shape. We picked up some other guys. Obviously, we've got good depth with both tight ends. The O-line is too deep, for the first time we've seen that where they've got true competition going on. D-line, we've added some really good guys there. Once again, same thing with D-line, probably the most depth we've had since we've been here. Outside linebackers, I mean, I could really kind of go across the whole defense and say we've got a chance to maybe be too deep. Now, is the starter an NFL guy every time? Maybe not. Maybe he is. But I think when you get competition all across the board, same thing we got, even competition in special teams, 2 kickers, 2 punters. I think that's going to make us better. So I think really without maybe singling anybody out per se, just to go across the board and say we got more competition than we've ever had.
Anything else?
Okay, guys.
All right.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach.
All right. Thanks,
Thanks,
Coach.
Coach.